What if the next leap in computing isn't about speed or power, but about something alive, the heat wall? Right now, our digital world is crashing into a physical barrier. Silicon chips, the engines behind your phone, your laptop, and the world's supercomputers are hitting what engineers call the heat wall. By 2025, data centers are already using about 1% of global electricity, and that's climbing. Every new chip generation packs in more transistors, but each one adds heat. Shrinking them or making them faster just makes the problem worse. Even the best cooling systems are struggling to keep up. We're reaching a point where pushing harder risks meltdown. This isn't just a technical hiccup, it's a fundamental limit. The era of effortless Moore's Law progress is over. We can't just make chips smaller or faster and expect the same exponential gains. The wetware shift. So, what's next? Enter organoid intelligence. Imagine a processor built not from silicon, but from living human neurons, tiny, lab-grown clusters that can actually process information. These are called organoids, and they operate at body temperature, around 37 degrees Celsius. Instead of brute force electrical switching, they use the same chemical and electrical signals as your brain, making them incredibly energy efficient. In early 2025, researchers showed that organoid networks could learn to recognize patterns using a fraction of the energy a GPU would need, orders of magnitude less. But it's not just about efficiency. These living processors adapt, rewire themselves, learn from experience, and even recover from minor damage, capabilities silicon chips simply can't match. This is the wetware shift, a move from rigid hardware to flexible, living networks. It's a paradigm change that could redefine what computers are and what they can do. The ghost in the shell. Here's where it gets really interesting and a bit unsettling. If a cluster of neurons can process data, learn, and adapt, does it have a spark of consciousness? We're not talking about full human awareness. These are simplified, miniature networks, but they blur the line between machine and life. The ghost in the shell isn't just a sci-fi trope anymore. It's an ethical frontier. As these systems grow more complex, we'll have to ask tough questions. Do they have rights? At what point does a processor become more than a tool? What responsibilities do we have as creators of living technology? Final takeaway. The heat wall is forcing us to rethink everything, and organoid intelligence offers a radically new path, cooler, smarter, and, in a sense, alive. The real question isn't just how fast our computers can get, but how alive they might become. If you're fascinated by the future of computing and the ethics of living processors, hit follow and let's explore this frontier together.